Today's MTG box analysis will focus on the opening of a March of the Machine Aftermath Epilogue Booster Box that took place on August 28, 2023. We'll begin the analysis by looking at all of the cards that we pulled from the 24 Epilogue Booster Packs. Then we'll review how much of the set we covered by non-foil and foil, along with a breakdown of coverage by rarity and a look at duplication. Following this, we'll establish a baseline for value by looking at the current value of the set before moving into a recap of the actual observed value. Finally, we'll conclude with a summary and a comparison of 3 different Epilogue booster boxes opened thus far on the channel. If you want to go deeper into the analysis and see all of the metrics for this box and more than 150 others, simply join the channel at the Give Me the Data level. Let's get things started by reviewing the contents of the box versus the cards that we were eligible to pull. Using this chart, we can see the foils that we pulled in orange, the non-foils in green, and the set in gray as the baseline. In the non-foil space, we saw between 7 and 12 cards for each of the primary colors of Magic, giving us a variance of just 5 cards. In the foil space, those numbers dropped to 3 to 4 cards per color. Also of note, we saw 5 foil showcase and 17 non-foil showcase, along with 2 non-foil retroframe cards. Moving into coverage, in the non-foil space, we saw 57 unique cards out of a possible 100, giving us 57% coverage of the cards that we were eligible to see. Our highest coverage among the primary colors of Magic was a tie, seeing every single black and green standard frame card in the set. And in the foil space, we saw 25 of the 100 cards, giving us 25% coverage. This time around, our highest coverage among the primary colors of Magic was in blue, seeing 75% of the cards available. The March of the Machine Aftermath set does not contain any commons, just uncommons, rares, and mythics. Here's a breakdown of the coverage. In today's box, we saw 97% of the uncommons that we were eligible to see in non-foil. We also saw 23 of the 50 rares for 46% coverage and 5 non-foil mythics for 25% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 63% of the uncommons, along with 5 foil rares for 10% coverage and 1 foil mythic for 5% coverage. In total, we saw 28 rares and 6 mythics in these 24 packs. Now, from a duplication standpoint, only 20 of the cards were repeated 38 times for a box duplication rate of 32%. I consider it to be a duplicate card if it has the exact same frame and the exact same foil treatment, not just a card named duplication. Before getting into the value of today's Epilogue Booster Box, let's first examine the potential value of the cards that we could have obtained. This chart shows all 100 cards that you can pull from an Aftermath Epilogue Booster Pack using non-foil market prices as of August 26, 2023. Currently, the set features 7 cards valued over $10. They include the Ob Nixilis Captive Kingpin in Showcase, as well as the Karn Legacy Reforged, Calyx Guided by Fate, and the Nissa Resurgent Animus, with the retro frame being the most valuable at $37.55. There's also 7 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 24 cards valued between $1 and $5. The other 62 cards in the set are currently valued less than $1. If you were to calculate the combined value of all 100 cards using non-foil market prices, the grand total would come up to be $256.26. So what kind of value did we end up seeing in today's box? Well, in the non-foil space, we saw 1 card valued over $10, but it was the second best, the Nissa Resurgent Animus, valued at $25.23. We also saw 2 non-foils valued between $5 and $10, and 5 non-foils valued between $1 and $5. The other 83 non-foils in the box were valued less than $1. In the foil space, we again saw Nissa Resurgent Animus, but in foil, she's valued at $26.37. We didn't see any foils valued between $5 and $10, but we did pick up 2 additional foils in the $1 to $5 range. The other 26 foils in the box are currently valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box from my channel sponsor, Troll and Toad, not for $59.95 at the retail price, but for a discount of $56.95. You too can save 5% off anything sold directly by Troll and Toad just by using my code MTGBOX5 at checkout. The March of the Machine Aftermath Epilogue Booster Boxes contain 24 packs, each with 5 cards, allowing you to see 120 cards plus tokens. The 22 tokens that we saw today have a market value of $2.41. The 86 uncommons that we pulled are currently valued at $11.81. The 28 rares have a current market value of $26.47, and the 6 mythics that we saw are valued at $69.05. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be $109.74 in card market value, which is a gain of $52.79 over the price I paid, and means that I saw a return of 193% of my purchase price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in card value just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 9 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $83.80, which means that those 9 cards represent 76% of the total box value and more than covered my cost for the box. Since I've opened up 3 of these boxes on the channel, I thought it would only be right to put them head to head to get a better idea of what's really in an average box. Now, from a coverage perspective, these boxes have ranged between 45 and 57% coverage for an average coverage rate of 52% for non-foils. For the foils, the number drops a bit to 24% out of the 100 cards. From a duplication standpoint, these boxes are averaging around 37%. Now, with regard to the number of rares and mythics, I'm seeing an average of 25 rares and 6 mythics per box. From a value perspective, I've altered all of the prices of the 2 previous openings to today's prices, so we're doing a true apples-to-apples comparison. Now, I purchased these boxes at different times from different sellers, paying between $76.99 and $56.95 each. Now, the uncommons are averaging out to be around $11.46 per box, with the rares averaging out to be around $22.83 per box, and the mythics have an average of $61.64 per box thus far. Add it all up, and excluding tokens, today's box was the best box so far, with $107.33 in total card value, and all 3 boxes are averaging around $95.93 in value each. And because today's box was the least expensive, it also produced the highest gain and the highest return of the 3. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people, all by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.